This is AHMED for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm joined by Ty Mitchell, who's been playing father this whole lockdown. You've been with your kid non-stop. I've seen on your Insta stories. How's everything, Ty?
Yeah, good man. Really good man. Lockdown is kind of easing up a bit now, isn't it? So it's getting a bit better. I started back in the gym last week, so I've just been in. Obviously, my dad owns the gym, so I can just go in there when I want to hit the bags and stuff. So yeah, ticking over. But yeah, good.
Clifton owns half of Derby, doesn't it?
He thinks he does, yeah.
Ty, before we talk about yourself and what's happening with your situation, there's obviously some huge news today regarding someone who used to spar a lot. Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua have agreed terms for a two-fight deal next year. It's a huge step in securing a massive showdown between them two. Just your thoughts on it?
Mate, huge for British boxing. I think we all knew it had to happen. I think it'd have been a travesty if it didn't happen. And it's good that it's happening, but they're both still in the primes. Do you know what I mean? It's not like one of them's waited for the other one to get old or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's really good for boxing in general, not just British boxing. I think it's good for boxing in general. It's been a long time since the best started fighting the best in the primes, and I think fair play to them. Do you know what I mean? They both got putting it all on the line. Obviously, I feel like Tyson's got to fight Wilder again first. I believe,
so Joshua has got to beat Pulev and Tyson's got to beat Wilder.
Yeah. So once they get them out of the way, which I think they'll both come through, then yeah, it's big, man. It's definitely big for British boxing. I'm excited. I think it's going to split opinions. I don't think it's going to. If you'd have asked this question, who do you think is going to win? Like before Wilder fought, before Fury fought Wilder the first time, most people were saying that they think AJ would have won. Then after Tyson drew against Wilder, the public was kind of like, oh, actually, you know what? Tyson is back. And then after AJ lost and Tyson won, now everybody that I'm seeing, all I see is that everyone thinks Tyson's going to win. So it's good. I'm looking forward to it, I'm for sure.
I think a man that would have said that Tyson's going to win throughout that journey, even after the Sefery fight, would have been you, Ty. Just give me some factors of why you believe Tyson beats Anthony Joshua.
The one thing about Tyson is, before, obviously I've known him a long time, and I've been sparring him for years, but before I'd ever even sparred him, I was thinking, yeah, he's good, he's tall, but I was thinking, I'd easily be able to punch you. Like, I'm a lot faster, I'm a lot more, listen, he is so clever, like, and sometimes it can look a little bit clumsy, but everything he does is just for a specific reason, and he's so clever. Like, if he goes negative against me and goes on the defensive, he's the only person that I've ever sparred, given in mind the caliber of people that I've sparred and the amount of world champions and soon-to-be world champions I've sparred, he's the only person I've ever sparred that can completely nullify me and make me feel like, he can make me feel like, what am I even doing in here? Like, do you know what I mean? I can't even hit him. Like, obviously, when he goes defensive, he can't hit me either because he's going so defensive. We've had spars where we've both gone on the offensive and absolutely had tear-ups. But he's got, like I've always known, he's got a chin and a half. He's the only man I've seen in sparring just stand there and headbutt punches. Like, he's sparring big heavyweights, and if he's in a bad mood or he's not even sparring well, he'll just say, come on, and just stand there and have it, and then just headbutting punches, boom, just headbutting the people. I'm thinking, what kind of madman does that? With regards to Joshua, people feel like because I'm so pro Dillian or pro Fury, because obviously I'm closer to them than my boys, that I give Anthony Joshua a hard time. I don't. I think Anthony Joshua is a world-class fighter. I think he's done amazing things for British boxing and boxing in general. I just don't think he's better than Tyson Fury. And I know he's not. His style, I've seen Tyson spar people like AJ 10 times over. His style is perfect for Fury. Like, one hands around you, I come through for a 1-2, 1-2 or 1-2 uppercut. You have to do more than that against Tyson. Tyson, just play. I'll have absolute fun with him, and I'd bet everything I own that Tyson would win. I'd literally bet anything I had. I could put everything I own on it that Tyson could win. Don't get me wrong, he can get 8 with a shot, knocked out, or human. I just can't see him doing it. I think the one that I always thought the most dangerous person for him to fight was Wilder because of his power, and he's absolutely destroyed him, man. So he just went in there and punched his head in. So Do you know what I mean? That is what it is. Dillian had given him a good fight as well because he's very dangerous and rugged. But people like Anthony Joshua, it's just his style. I think style makes fights, and I think that AJ could probably beat people in a more devastating fashion than certain people that Tyson's beat, because Tyson styles make fights. Do you know what I mean? But I just can't see it. I can't see it. I've been in there with him. I've never sparred AJ, but I've been in there with Tyson, and I know how good he truly is. And it's mindset.
We'll talk about Dillian in a second, and then finish off on yourself. But just the last one in this Fury Joshua thing. How do you see the actual fight playing out? And do you see Fury stopping or knocking out Joshua?
You see, what I thought was, yeah, it's my personal opinion. You don't know what Tyson's going to do, because he just does whatever he feels like. I think like he's going to make a statement. He's not going to want to go in there and points boxing because everybody knows he can do that. I think he's going to go in there and want to do a job. Me personally, I think to beat AJ, you don't need to. He shouldn't be as heavy as coming for the last Wilder fight, but he shouldn't be as light as coming to the first Wilder fight. I think if he finds a happy medium, so he's still got the speed, because in that second Wilder fight, he was very strong and he was quick, but he was not as agile as he was in the first fight. Because the way he was moving in the first fight was like artistry. Do you know what I mean? Whereas the second fight with Wilder, he was just a powerhouse and just coming out and obliterated him. I think if he finds a happy medium in between them two, so he keeps his power but keeps his speed and agility, it's going to be a rough night for AJ. Do you know what I mean? I think he could definitely stop him. I mean, look, Andy Ruiz is like you'll say, oh yeah, he got beat by a little fat man. Andy Ruiz is a very good fat man. Do you know what I mean? He's not just any boxer. He's a very skilled boxer and he can punch. But I think if he can stop him, Tyson definitely can. Do you know what I mean? Because don't get me wrong, Fingy's got a chin. Wilder's got a chin. He's been hit with a lot of shots. Look what Ortiz done to him. So, and
the first Fury fight, he didn't go down the first one.
That's what I'm saying. So he's definitely got a chin. But Tyson can punch a lot harder than what people think. And I remember it was after, what fight was it? It was after the Wilder fight, the first fight, because it was before he boxed. What's that German guy called? Schwartz. It was before he boxed him. It was before he flew over, and we was in Manchester together training. And he was talking about his power. I said, one thing you don't do. I said, you're so conscious of how you get out, your exit strategy, hit and not be hit, that you take a lot of power out of your shot. So you'll throw, not with any bad intention, so you'll throw and move. And he says, yeah, that's what it is. He goes, I need to plant my feet. And once he'd done that, well, he went and stopped Schwartz that fight. He didn't have a good performance against, yeah. And then once he's been sick, because I know I felt power. I've sparred all big hitters. I've sparred loads of heavyweights, big punches, and he can punch as good as the rest of them. Do you know what I mean? It's just that he never really focused on it. Now he's focusing on punching. He can do damage, trust me. So I think he could. I think he's definitely got the capability and probably will stop Anthony Joshua. I think he'll stop him later on, because Tyson, one thing about Tyson is he's definitely the fittest heavyweight by far. I've seen this man spar 18 rounds, 20 rounds straight off, different sparring partners in. There's a video of it actually on Sky Sports where his dad's telling him to get out of the ring. And he's like, you're going to... Yeah. And then I'm the one that ended up having to jump in. So I was like right in the middle of a medley. But that was like some stupid round, like 18, 19th round. He's just doing round after round, and he doesn't stop moving. We've seen it anyway against the Wilder fight. What heavyweight can move that much for 12 rounds? It's ridiculous.
That video was before the Klitschko fight, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was before the Klitschko fight. Yeah, the first one.
Yeah. All right, Ty. You mentioned Dillian Whyte. Of course, this puts him in a bit of a strange situation, and you're already tight with Dillian, I know. But if these two fights get made, Dillian's not going to get a shot, and I'm hearing that Fury could become WBC franchise champion, and Dillian will be world champion, but not really world champion. It's a question, isn't it?
Absolutely, I think everybody in boxing, including Tyson, thinks that it's just a travesty. Do you know what I mean? Like if anybody, it's clear, it's common knowledge. If anybody deserves a shot at it, well, it's Dillian Whyte. He deserves it more than Pulev. He deserves it more than anybody. Do you know what I mean? I think Tyson definitely deserved a shot at the WBC because he left on top, he come back on top. It's a very different case. But I think anything other than that, how can he beat the WBC? I lost respect for that belt. They're bringing out that many belts. I used to think he was the best belt, and I used to really think he was the most prestige belt, but they're really losing the value. They're bringing out so many belts. They're treating Dillian like that. Do you know what I mean? And it's bittersweet for me. Obviously, I'm really happy Tyson's getting his shot, but obviously, like, Dillian deserves a shot. Do you know what I mean? I just hope that once these two get these fights out of the way, hopefully they can do it at the start of 2021, mid 21. So by the end of 21, do you know what I mean? That he gets his shot at Tyson, which for me is another bit of sweet thing. But if they fight, I'm happy for them both. Do you know what I mean? They're making money for the families and they're both getting what they want. So.
All right, Ty, before I let you go, what's going on regarding your situation with the license, etc.? Can you tell us anything?
Yeah, so we've just lodged an appeal. We've had to take it through courts and stuff now. So it's looking like probably I'll have some. I should have it back within the next, I don't know, 4 months. Obviously, COVID, everything's a backlog. Do you know what I mean? But until then, obviously, I'm still doing the unlicensed fight, and I'm fighting in August on a prize fighter, which is being streamed on Iconic Sports, which is being streamed on our network. So I'll be on there. I'll be staying active. It's my first fight back at super middleweight, so 12 stone. I've got to be the biggest super middleweight I know. I was looking through the rankings, yeah, and I'm thinking I'm 6'4". I hold the weight well. I don't really lose nothing, and I think I must be even in the pro game. I can't think of any other super middleweight that's bigger than me.
Callum.
Yeah, but he's tall with the same height, but he doesn't hold. He's nowhere near as big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he's definitely tall, but he's not as big. He's very thin. I don't know how I hold the weight so well, but I'm looking forward to getting back down to it and fighting on it. But I'll definitely be back in a pro game soon. The absolute latest I'll be back in is next year anyway. So I'm looking to definitely keep my head down, keep training, and get back into it, man, and come take over. I ain't fighting Billy Joe because we're boys, but other than that, any other super middleweight can hold smoke easy way.
Well, listen, I'm glad you've kind of clarified that situation, and it sounds like next year you'll be back in a professional ring, and I think a lot of people are going to be surprised to see this new entrant in the super middleweight division. All light heavy. Could you do light heavy as well?
Yeah, and actually, do you know what it was? That was my plan to come back at light heavy. But I just thought I could make the weight too easy. So I just thought, you know what, super middle, I'd be an absolute animal at super middle. But obviously I'm 29 now, so depending on longevity and stuff and how my body copes, because everybody's different, I'd like to go up probably to try and get a world title at super middle and light heavy and try and get one at cruiserweight as well. But it just depends on stuff like that. But for saying I've not boxed professional for 10 years, I must be the most known non-professional, do you know what I mean? So I think I've got a good base to start on, and I've sparred a lot of good people, so I'm quite known in that aspect. So hopefully it all comes to fruition, man.
All right, so thanks for your time, and we'll catch up soon, all right? Take care.
Welcome. I'll see you soon.